Hey guys, welcome to Swagging with Ben 2021. Hope you guys had a lovely Christmas and New Year with family and friends and did all the good things. Stayed safe. Behind me here you can see the Battle Prius with a new addition. It's got a awning on it now. And I just thought I'd do a quick video to show you guys a few different modifications that have happened to the Battle Prius since you last saw it. So don't mind the campsite that's starting to unravel here in the background. That's the next video that you'll see on the channel. Here we've got now a permanent roof rack as opposed to the temporary one that I used to have on here, which was just it was rated for about the same weight, the soft padded roof racks, but they had straps that came in under the door seals and looped in through the cabin, and they'd leak in heavy rain or consistent rain. So now we've got a permanent solution, and I've mounted the basket further on that side for the awning because I've mounted the basket in the opposite orientation that a lot of people do. And yeah, so that took a little bit of engineering with the mounting brackets to get them to actually fit, not only for these ones here that hold the basket to the roof rack, but also hold the awning on, which is a little bit difficult to see up in there. But anyway, I just had to drill them out and get the grinder on them and all those good things. But it's on now and it's fully operational, so we're just enjoying that. The next change would be the light bar on the front. So this is just a little, I think it's a 15-inch number plate light bar. We have new number plates as well because I'm on the run from the police as usual. No, I'm kidding. I lost my front number plate at Cape York when I did that big water crossing, and you can buy a replacement, but it's like 3 times the cost, and they were just standard plates. So new number plates and new light bar, and that was interesting to install. Unlike wifey's Land Cruiser Prado, the Prius doesn't have a 12-volt battery under the bonnet, so I had to figure out a way to find some 12-volt to jack into underneath there, which I did find in the fuse box. I found a spot in there that I could pull some 12-volt from, and it is all fused, and so that's fine. And I found a place to ground it on some unpainted metal in there, just on the body where some other bits and pieces are grounded as well. So that works well. It's nice and bright. It works better than I was expecting for such a small light bar. On the subject of electrical, I've made a couple of changes in the interior here with electrical. So I've got, if you remember the video where I blew up the center console cigarette lighter socket and did a repair on that shortly after in another video, I've got the converter running from that socket there, and it's running, well, it's got an iPhone charger for an old iPhone 5, which keeps my offline HEMA maps handy. And what plugs into the AC is this 12-volt battery charger. And it's currently charging my auxiliary battery, which you may have seen in previous videos, but with a slight difference. It's now in a battery box. I had a few people criticize my lack of safety previously, and I'm sure it's not still all that safe, but it's better than it was. So now it's in a battery box, and it doesn't really have like full-blown live terminals that are going to be bridged. It does have an isolator switch as well, so that's nice. Some USB ports on the back, and this 12 volts open because the next addition is a smaller fridge. I've decided to get a 15-litre cheap fridge, which is currently running and has all the good things in life in there at the moment happening. And So that was plugged into the battery box, but I'm just trying to give the battery charger a better chance of getting a few amps into that battery before dinner time, as we're going to use it for some electrical cooking. And so I've just plugged the fridge into this socket instead of the battery for the time being, just so the battery charges up a bit faster and we shouldn't have to rely on the Prius power for our cooking needs at all this evening. Now, speaking of cooking needs, you might have seen on our channel previously that we use ovens and slow cookers and a variety of electrical things, and that runs off our inverter, which I've now got underneath the seat. That's a little bit messy, just ignore that, but I'll put that back there. But that's all under there nice and tidy now, even though I've got that tangled. Sorry, give me a second. There we go. So I've got the inverter underneath there now, and I can move the chair forwards and backwards, and that's not an issue, neither is the battery box. And I've got this remote start stop for the inverter here, so I can turn it off from the driver's seat if I want to run some electrical appliances. So I've got that that 4-port power board there and an extension cable, so I can run whatever we'd like to run. In the back here, don't mind my grubby seats which have indents in all the leather. That's from all kinds of adventures and nonsense. But in the back here I can still put the seats down flat, even with that center console opened back like that, which is actually a locked in position, and sleep in here just fine. The seats go forward. There's no cables because I've routed everything with zip ties, and everything works as it should. I don't have to take anything in or out, and it just works like it used to, with a bit more safety and a bit more convenience. So just trying to think, is that everything that's changed? We got the new smaller fridge, because that 50 litre was way too big for the Prius. The battery box, the light bar, and yeah, the roof rack. So I think that's it for now, guys. I just wanted to give you a quick update on a few of those bits and pieces, and otherwise the Prius is doing well. That's just my bin bag hanging off the rear wiper. Seemed like a good spot to hang it. You gotta take your rubbish with you. But that's it for this one, guys, and Aiden and I are just gonna sit down now and relax for a bit, and get ready to film an actual camping video, because we haven't done one for a while. So stay tuned for that one, and thanks for watching. Cheers.